Many of you who have been on the Health Committee with me in the past have heard me talk several times about the program that the West Allis Fire Department has, and it really is unique, and they've kind of pioneered this where the fire department is very involved in our community, and they work closely with Aurora West Allis Hospital and have for years to do follow-up patient care so that when patients are discharged from the hospital, they don't end up back there, in another week or two with another situation. And Lieutenant Williams works with the portion of our fire department that actually goes into the homes and sees what's going on. They're there actually at the beginning with the emergency in the first place, and it kind of assesses, why did this happen, and are there things that can be done to prevent it again. So we had asked the West Allis Fire Department to give us some recommendations, and after reading the recommendation that came in regarding Lieutenant Williams, it was clear that really he is well deserving of the Hometown Hero award. And the common theme we hear from everybody when they come up here and they accept their award is, they don't do it for the accolades and for the awards. And in Chris's case, when you read it, the write-up, you can tell he doesn't even do it because it's a job or a career or even for the paycheck. I mean, they really do it because they want to serve their communities. And some of the things that Chris has done, which the chief tells me has resulted in no less than 12 recommendations, accommodations in his file in the last 12 months. And it sounds like, from talking to the entire department, this is like a weekly occurrence where somebody is writing a note saying what a great job Chris has done. But Chris was on a call where they ended up taking care of a patient, and it took them forever to get the patient out of the home because it was a hoarding condition, right? And so I think we've seen probably that show on TV or heard of hoarders before and can see what some of those are. And Chris had taken the time afterwards to contact the correct people, get that entire house cleaned out and in proper order so that when this person was discharged from the hospital and came home, that they wouldn't have these tripping hazards and all the problems that were there in the first place, and to prevent proper care. Chris has just done so many remarkable things. I mean, I could spend all day up here, but just a couple others. As Chris, examples of how he goes above and beyond. He's involved in taking patients to follow-up doctor appointments afterwards to make sure that they get there. Worked with people to make sure that they get to their classes so that they can help fight their addictions. In one instance, Chris was on the scene at 3 o'clock in the morning when the rest of us are home, comfy in our beds, and it was an infant, I think a 6-month-old, and the emergency call was that the baby had stopped breathing. And so after the 911 emergency was taken care of, and Chris hangs around afterwards just to kind of assess, what happened, what led to all this. And it turns out that the baby was sleeping in the bed with the parent. And now I don't have any medical training, but from what I was able to read is if a baby's sleeping on a very soft mattress, it can have trouble breathing. And in this case, the infant had stopped breathing. And so obviously you don't want the child in that situation again. Chris hung around afterwards, talked to the mother, found out that, offered, I guess, to get a crib for the baby, found out that the mother actually had a pack-and-play, but it was buried in a closet somewhere, and just didn't know how to put the thing together. He stayed there and put that together for her to make sure that that situation doesn't happen again. Excuse me. So it really is with great honor, as I mentioned before, when you read and hear about our heroes and all of them that are presented, and especially in Chris's case, they don't do it for the accolades, but it really is nice that we're able to give them the attention that they deserve. And I'd like to present Lieutenant Chris Williams.
Thank you, Representative Sanfilippo, for those very kind words, and thank you, Chief Pooler, for giving me this nomination. Again, like it was said before, it's not like I go to work and I look for reasons for people to give me commendation or to look for areas that I can shine. But I feel like I'm just doing my job. None of this I'd be able to do is under my own accord. It's because of these 5 people behind me that I'm able to do these things for the community. Assistant Chief Jason Shack and Deputy Chief Armando Suarez Del Rio, they've allowed me to succeed in this community paramedic role. I've been able to work beside them and to show them my strengths, and they picked up on it, which I really appreciated. I appreciate their forward-thinking ability and to develop a community paramedic program that allows me to go out into the field. I feel that we have one of the best and most comprehensive programs in the nation, and it's been an honor to work next to both of you guys. Thank you to my wife, Laura, of 9.5 years. She's always been a positive influence to me. She's pushed me to be a better person, and she's always been there for a listening ear. And lastly, I'd like to thank my mom, Pearl. I believe, honestly, that I am the person that I am today because of her. She's worked hard for me and my brothers. She always was a listening ear. Growing up, we didn't have much, but she gave us everything. She listened to our challenges. She made sure we got to school on time. And she gave so much of herself. So I guess it's only fitting that I'm copying her in the same way that she treated us, and that I'm receiving an award that is giving me commendation for the effort that I show the community of West Allis. So thank you all. What you've done for me hasn't gone unnoticed, and I appreciate this award nomination. Thank you.